Hey everyone, Angelo here. Finally starting to get some exercise. I can't push it hard because of my ribs mainly. So I'm just walking, sort of flexing, like tensing my muscles while I walk. It's actually pretty cool out, but I'll wear the hat anyways and my gardening gloves. Here's my rental car. Wait, there. It's already pretty dirty. And rental expires on the 29th. So that's like, what, 2 or 3 days? So, putting on my gloves now. I got my bottled water. So, that leaves me out with not much time before the rental expires. But if I talk to the insurance adjuster, and because I'm still waiting for the check for the car, maybe they'll extend it. Otherwise, it'll be really bad for me if I'm paying like 20-25 bucks a day for a rental car. I'm getting some stuff to be ready to look at the car. Like I got some shop towels because I want to check the oil and everything. Shop towels are really cheap, by the way, and they're better than paper towels for cars. They're like sturdier. Terry cloth towel, well, that's really just for washing it. And which I won't be doing when I'm looking at a car. And I'm going to get a scanner tool to put into the OBD port. That's the onboard, whatever, diagnostic port. And, whoa, man, I didn't feel like putting on my boots. The dirt's a little slippery. I went to AutoZone. They had some scan tools there. Some were kind of pricey. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to get those. But also, I wanted to get this one specific one. It's the Foxwell scan tool that's about 70 bucks, but they didn't have it at AutoZone. So I'm going to buy it online. Oh, and I'm at the Hanson Dam. So, in case all you fans want to run out and find me, click like, everybody. By the way, that helps the videos out. So I'm trying to keep getting some. I hated not exercising. Man, did I hate that. Just my day sucks if I'm not feeling better after getting some exercise in the morning. So at least I'm doing this, like tensing my shoulders, rotating them a little bit, my arms, biceps, triceps, lifting my arms like this, trying not to flex my chest so much because that hurts my ribs. So I'm trying not to really at all because my ribs are still pretty sensitive. They're much better than before. Also, check out these clouds. We normally don't have clouds like this. Maybe that's just smoke from the wildfires. It is weird to be going around, and I saw a huge cloud of smoke from wildfires recently, and just thinking, oh man, it's like the world's on fire, and everybody's still just going about their lives. And also, I think it's PG&E, the main power company here. They're shutting down power to so many people because they're so greedy. They didn't want to improve their power lines. And so now the power lines are at risk of starting wildfires. And they knew that. Instead, what they did, paid themselves millions and millions of dollars. It's shameful. It's pathetic. So, a lot of California and already there's lots of evacuations. People have died. And, I don't know, it's just so bizarre. Man, this is a trippy state. Hey, all the people say, oh, the world was made just for us. God made it just for us. Hey, how come we're barely able to keep it from going on fire and keep our lights on? It makes me glad I'm living in my car. The hell is that? Because that way I don't have to worry about the power and I'm all taken care of. I got everything I need in my car and I want to have even more supplies. I never really have enough water for more than a day. Maybe I should always just keep an extra case that I don't touch in the trunk. Also, for that reason, I can't get like a Toyota Scion. Those seem like awesome cars, and I've actually liked them. My friend had one years ago. A friend you all have never seen. But the trunk's way too small. It's a little hatchback. The hatchback, it's like 6 inches long, so can't do it because I need a lot of space for all the stuff I keep in my trunk. So I'll have to get a sedan. That's too bad though. That is a nice, very reliable car. It seems fun to drive, and a lot of room in it too in the cabin. But I'm not trying to put everything in there. I gotta have trunk space. So I want this Foxwell scan tool. I'll probably get it on Amazon. Yeah, I hate Amazon, but they didn't have it at AutoZone. And it's $70, so that's really good. And I want to make sure when I go to look at someone's car, I show them, hey, like, if there's anything you're hiding, I'm gonna know. So if there's something wrong, may as well just tell me, because I'm gonna look at everything, feel everything, look at the fluids, whatever I can. I can't look at every fluid. Check every button, lever, the trunk, windows, test drive it, and run the scan tool. And if I find anything major on that scan tool, I'm not even going to waste money and time taking it to a mechanic to look at it for like an hour or so, pay him $70 at least. It's not worth it. So I'll just save my time there and say, well, it's not worth the trouble. Because I'm assuming something's wrong with every car until I can verify that it's not. Ask stuff like, you know, when's the last time you replaced the brakes? How many miles are on the tires? You know, if it's got a timing belt, when did you change the timing belt? Why are you selling the car? All that kind of stuff. Because I want them to know, like, hey, okay, like, I'm being very fair and forthcoming, and I want all the information. And also that helps with getting the price down if I can. If I say, look, I see exactly what the issues with the car is, I'm willing to make this offer, it makes it a lot, you know, seem a lot more fair. Maybe I should show my YouTube videos too. Maybe not, I don't know. I doubt, well, some people care, some won't, so there's my answer on that. But just trying to get some exercise, because I just felt terrible not exercising. I feel like my day's nothing, like I'm weak if I don't exercise. Now I see what was so wrong with so much of my life. I wasn't doing that much. So of course I was miserable when I wasn't, like, you know, whoa, this road is, or path is like tilted. But when I wasn't accomplishing much, of course I just felt awful, which is most of my life. It's not that I still don't feel pretty, you know, pretty low a lot of times. It's just better if I, you know, if I'm disciplined and have a strong routine. I knew today I wanted to get up at 5:30, set my alarm for 5:30. Slept right through the alarm, but I got up at 6:30, so that's still pretty good. I never quite get up when I want to, and it stresses me out so badly anytime I get up and I'm sleep deprived. It's like scary. Does anyone else feel that? Like, you get practically scared. Like, oh my goodness, something horrible is happening. When you wake up sleep deprived, it's like just I have this dread in me, like something terrible will happen. And I can't do it every day. It's just too much, too hard. I wish I could, but I need a lot of sleep. I've been getting a lot of writing done. I've been reading books on subject matter related to the screenplay that I'm writing. So that's really great. You know, if you feel stuck, do research. That goes for anything, not just screenplays. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to look up some books. And great thing about, again, Amazon, horrible business model, greedy. Unfortunately, they're one of the main merchants of these. You can download an ebook instantly. So I got 2 books on the subject matter, read one straight through last night. I'm like, this is amazing. This gives me so many ideas about the lives of characters I was writing about that I didn't really understand. And I thought, how would it look if somebody asked me, well, how much research did you do about this kind of job that a character's involved in? If I said none, that would be shameful. It'd be pathetic. It's like, why would an actor trust me to write their character, and then somebody watches the movie and says that's not what that character would do, or that's not what somebody with that job does. Click like, everybody. Help the video out. Man, it's nice and cool. I'm just gonna walk around. I'm always disappointed with myself for not getting up earlier, but I have a feeling no matter how early I get up, I'll always be disappointed with myself. But anyone else feel that fear when you get up sleep deprived? It's just scary. I don't know what it is. I just feel this dread, like, oh no, someone's gonna hurt me. But here's the thing, sleeping in, it sucks. I hate it so bad. So fucking bad. I just feel miserable when I do it. And of course I was doing that. Well, it sounded like I had a New York accent there. I was doing that for like 5 years, working as a bouncer. I never felt good about it. My day would always start late. Now, yeah, it would have been very painful for me and difficult to try and get up early after working till 2 in the morning. Now, this is unusual. We never really have clouds out here. So it makes it very cool, like the temperature-wise. There are clouds here. Cool, 6 people. Click like, everyone. So I'm trying to get some exercise, and I can't really lift weights yet. It's gonna hurt my ribs. I gotta take, even if it doesn't hurt while I'm doing it, I gotta avoid hurting my ribs again. Because if I lift weights, I know the next day it'll probably hurt worse. So just gotta let it go. But click like, everyone. Thanks for joining. It's nice to be up and kind of early. Like I said, I wish it was earlier, but no time is early enough. It always gives me anxiety. I just have to accept where I am, and I'm going to an event tonight, some kind of Halloween-themed video or a movie night. Kind of got to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Let's see, where's the closest porta potty? There's a little, like, building there. I don't know if that's open though. Why not? Why don't I go see? Anyways, what I was saying about cars, I want to show whoever's car I'm looking at, I'm very thorough, straightforward, honest. I'm going to tell them what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I'm not going to be like, just quiet, looking at everything. But any dents, rust, anything like that, feel it with my hand. Show them, hey, I notice it all, and that I'm not just overlooking it. And also, I'm checking to see how badly it is. Does it flake off? Does it bend? Go under the car. I'm not going to use a hammer. I have a little mini screwdriver. I'll just use the back end of the screwdriver, the handle is what I mean, and just tap it against stuff and see under the car, is there anything flaking off? Is it damaged because it's been driven over a lot of salt in a snowy area, and it's corroded the underside of the car, or if something else has damaged it that they didn't tell me about. Maybe they don't know either. Maybe they do. Then run the little OBD scan tool, a Foxwell, which I'm going to order online because they didn't have it at AutoZone. That's what Scotty Kilmer uses. I'm just trying to go based on what he said. I don't want to get something and regret it. Be like, oh, it doesn't have all the options I want. And the $70 one is pretty good. It does. This is like a $200 one as well. I don't need to spend that much money. Yeah, there's codes on these bathrooms. Let's see if these work. Oh, I was gonna say it sounded like someone's flying a little drone, but no, that was a baby crying. Okay, yeah, there's a code on here. I have no idea. Whatever. Okay, that was weird. I'll just go to the porta potty. My shoes are starting to get so worn out, I'll gladly wear them another 4 years if I have to. Flex. What kind of cage is that? Weird. I'm gonna walk through the field here. What a view with the clouds. Too bad there's not many clouds around here. But then again, it's nice that it doesn't rain. Okay, that was annoying. I don't know why it just cut out. Thank goodness I caught that. Somebody suggested also, and my ears hurt. That's the most negative thing in a way about being homeless, working with my headphones. Somebody suggested also Honda Element. That might work for me too. People seem to love those. I remember trying to pack a bunch of stuff into the Honda Element of a guy I knew years ago, and it has a big, even though it's a hatchback, it has a big rear end. So that's good. So I can fit a bunch of stuff in there. Okay, so that's a possibility. And from now on, anything I can fix myself, I'll just try and do that. Certain things I don't need to, don't want to, yeah, or I just can't spend all the money and get the tools for, you know, hoisting up the car, doing a bunch of stuff. But, and also car oil changes, I don't need to do myself because there's a place around here, a car wash in Burbank, that'll do them for like $33 with a free car wash. So, and they do get it done in like 20 to 30 minutes, even if they're busy. I've done it twice there, so I just go to them. Don't even bother doing all that work myself. They don't rotate tires though, or at least they said they didn't when I asked once. Another time I said, hey, can I get my tires rotated, but I wasn't getting an oil change. They said, yeah, it's not worth it, just keep driving them, because it'll be like 15 or 20 bucks. So I can't get a straight answer on that. So it's like, okay, well, then I have to go somewhere else to get my tires rotated and pay another 20 bucks. But I'd rather do that than try and do it myself. But everything else, I'd rather just fix myself if I can. And with the scan tool, that's a really great help. $70 Foxwell scan tool. A lot of small planes flying around here. I guess that means it's just people who enjoy flying them, right? Or just short range trips. It's a lot of work flying a plane. All right. Got to tense my muscles up, get a little exercise. Nice to be up early. You know, another thing I've had to deal with, the food bank's really good, but they don't always have, you know, foods I can eat that are going to fill me up. Or they'll have like protein bars, or sometimes not have protein bars. It depends what's donated. And it's like, man, I got to eat full meals. I can't let my diet go bad. I'd rather spend the money and trust money will come than screw up my health and not eat great. And then, you know, have that affect my heart, my arteries. So, or potentially, increase cancer risk. So, it's like I'm eating out more, but I'm just trusting the money will come, and I'm trying to eat very healthy. And I'm making it healthier and healthier stuff. So it's like cut out egg yolks, only egg whites, vegetables, potatoes. You know, onions, peppers with those. Oh, that's nice. That's a bigger plane. That's like a James Bond plane, spy plane. I don't know. Can't see it under trees. But it's nice to get up early. I don't give a damn that I was a little sleep deprived. I would hate to get up later. Wish I got up earlier, just I slept through my alarm. But that's my I wish I went to bed earlier. But I was fixated on my screenplay and reading. Alright. Excuse me, I have some business to do. By the way, I just read about, or saw a video about a guy who, his name's like TK something. He, what was it? He was converting old porta potties, like this one, meaning a big one, like for a handicap use, into tiny homes. And he said he was wandering around houseless. It was funny the way he described himself. It was like that. He's like, yeah, I was going to, like he said he was houseless for a while. This tall white guy with a big black beard. And so he's turning porta potties, the big ones, into little homes, but then he takes the toilet out. So without that, he says you got to attach a second one for the toilet. And it looked pretty comfortable, and even a little heated plate to cook food. I'm like, damn, I might live in that. It's got all I need. Why can't I get that for $100? Okay, $1,000. I would do that. I worry about the security aspect of it. You know, somebody breaking in. It seems strangely, you know, susceptible to, you know, break-in. And I wonder how you get electricity to it. But then again, I wouldn't necessarily need much electricity. But anyways, I'm like, damn, why can't we do that again? Stupid laws made by greedy rich people who don't want poor people to live beside them. I was listening to Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew's one of the worst offenders on this. Just says, forget about the housing, providing housing. Stop talking about housing, because housing isn't the issue with the homeless. Yeah, right, like rents are not going up. Like, it's not hard to find an affordable place to live around LA. Like, your rents are going down. He said it's mental illness and drug abuse, basically trying to demonize homeless people. Never quite says what the solutions are. He just says, well, it's up to you to decide. And of course, vigilantes go out and attack homeless people. Vigilantes are criminals. But his co-host was talking about a story of a young homeless couple who moved here, I think from Detroit, to make music or whatever. And they quickly lost the place they had because the person was scamming them, and they didn't have enough money for a place. And this greedy white woman was saying, I'm sorry, am I supposed to feel sympathy for them? That they didn't even check about who they're renting from, and they didn't have jobs ready, and they didn't prepare to come here with some extra money? Am I supposed to, why should I pay for them? She was literally going on this selfish, egocentric, rich, white diatribe. And I was thinking, wait, so you're saying poor people shouldn't live here? If you're poor, you should not live here? And why is it so expensive? Is it just because it just happened? It's like the trees growing. Well, what are you going to do? That's what trees do. It just happens. No, they want to keep invisible all the effort that rich people put into lobbying the money that landlords give to politicians, that developers give to politicians in exchange for zoning privileges, in exchange for subsidies to help business and economic development. And meanwhile, they redevelop low-income housing, kick out people, bring in high-income tenants, concentrate poor people into poorer and poorer neighborhoods, make them get a second or third job, commute more, can't afford to get treatment if they're sick, can barely afford groceries, can barely afford to see their families. And many people just go homeless. That's why more people are going homeless than are actually getting back into homes after they are homeless. But see, she didn't want to say that. She's like, why would a poor person think they can live here? Well, why do rich people think they can keep poor people out? Didn't want to answer that. Hey, Lynx. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Really, I'm doing all right. It's a challenge. That's the thing. It's never just a one-set answer like, yeah, I'm well. It's always in flux. So, yeah, I can't really exercise, but I feel good. Just like I got to tense my muscles to exercise. I can't really lift because I got to be careful. It's going to hurt my ribs. And that affects everything. Ribs is like, you know, it's going to make it even harder to exercise again. So it's frustrating, but I just got to lay off it. So like I kind of tense my muscles. Actually, I should put this down on a bench and flex them. But at least I'm able to walk and hike. Before, my leg was hurting so bad, I just could not. My leg, I had to limp. And I still have to limp a little bit, like if it gets stiff. But it is feeling better. So let me go under this tree with shade and just flex, like tense my muscles a little bit because I can't really lift. By the way, tensing your muscles, like flexing them, that's also a good way to recover, to reduce your recovery time from workouts. Because recovery isn't just about resting, it's about getting blood flowing to the muscles that are sore, that have been worked. Okay, so here we go. I'm just keeping all the muscles real tight, mind in the muscles. Because again, if I lift, it's going to hurt my ribs right here. It's going to hurt even worse tomorrow. So I'm not trying to work anything around my chest too much because that's going to hurt my ribs too. My shoulders. And this is a decent workout too. See, like well, I don't know if you can see it. I'm kind of shaking a little from, you know, flexing. I can't squeeze my like abs too much. That's gonna hurt my ribs. So gotta lay off that. But this is a good workout too. And really keep in mind at the gym, if you're injured, you don't have to go to the heaviest weights. Well, you're gonna have to go to the lighter weights, but you can still, you know, get the results you want, whatever it is, condition, build muscle with lighter weights. Weights, pesos, and more repetitions. And just eat right. So that's what I'm focusing on. It sucks because the food bank, it just doesn't have everything I need. If I could cook, it would have pretty much everything I need. But as far as stuff I can just get, it's limited there. So I'm having to spend more out, but you know, I'm just trusting, okay, it's worth it to spend the money on my health and to have good food. And I gotta trust the money will come if I keep applying myself, keep working hard, you know, keep opening myself up to criticism by not just really the videos, but the screenplays I'm writing. I gotta start getting more feedback on them now, and you know, because that pushes me forward. And I'm doing lots of research. I'm reading books about the subject material, which is awesome. Helps me so much. You know, where your inspiration fails you, do research. And it gave me some great ideas that really fit for what I'm doing. My legs too. So I'm just doing a bunch of those leg raises. Yep, just got to keep writing. I was scared to write yesterday, but got to keep doing it. It's nice. There's like nobody out here. There rarely are many people out here. I mean, there's some people in the parking lot over there, but barely anything. Really nice here. Don't have fields like this in Virginia. They're just depressing in Virginia. And I've yet to discover a lot of places around here. I've been really almost doing a similar routine to what I did in Virginia because I'm trying to save money, go to the same spots that I know I need to go to: the library, Starbucks, gym, food bank. Not trying to spend a lot of money on gas. And my rental expires the 29th, so that's a few days. But I'm counting on them extending it because I still haven't gotten the check for my the loss of my car. And I'm waiting on them to tell me, do I need to mail my title somewhere? They said something like that, and then I never got any follow-up on it. So hopefully with that, they extend my rental. If not, man, shit, it's tough. I'm gonna have to just keep trying to make money somehow, because I can't get work on set if my ribs are hurt. It sucks. So I'm like, damn, why am I even gonna apply for set work when so much of it is, you know, demanding physical labor? And I can't, I'm gonna hurt my ribs so bad if I do that. So, not worth it. You gotta think about your whole career too, and not just, you know, the next few days making money. So all I can do, that just means focus more on my writing, just obsessively working on my writing. Everything I can, research, put my money into it by buying books on it. I was buying ebooks last night. One of them was free, I think, or it was only like $3 actually. Actually, I think the other one was like that too. And I read one last night. That was awesome. Try and read the other one today. Switched my Kindle reader on my laptop to a black background to save battery power, because I don't like being inside Starbucks. I like sitting outside because it's too noisy in there, and so there's no outlet outside. And set my wallpaper to black. Saves a ton of power doing that. So, and I prefer it anyways. I like the blackness. So I cover up my neck. Oh shit, I always hate grabbing stuff with my gloves on. I can never tell what I'm grabbing. There you go. Cool. Clemson football. I'm becoming big here on campus. Wait, you guys are watching my videos on campus? And is this at Clemson University? Homelessness landlords, right on, man. I don't know if you can see my fist. Yes, right on. You college kids, you're ahead of where I was at that age. Back then, I could have only wanted to be a landlord and make money that way. Now, the thought disgusts me. But for real, you guys are talking about me on campus? Cool. Did you all see my gorilla video? Gorilla with a chest injury tries to decorate an inflatable Christmas tree. My chest was hurting. Starting to get a little warm, but that's cool. Oh, they got new trees here. Interesting. Well, you heard it, guys. I'm huge at Clemson University. Yes, please talk about my videos. You don't know what else I have coming. And if you look back on my old videos, you see I've had, you know, popular stuff. Maybe Angelo's mom will be visiting in the future. Do I look like some kind of weird goth adventurer? Click like, everybody, too, please. That helps the video out. I needed to get out there because this is my main income now, because I can't even, well, it's always sort of been, but I can't even take film jobs on set because I can't afford to aggravate my ribs again. My ribs are still recovering from the car crash. 68% on the phone. That's good. I might plug in my portable battery charger, but I'm not planning on going all day on this thing. So for now, I just need to focus on the stuff I can do that's not physical labor. So I'm not trying to apply for film jobs right now. I need to wait till my ribs recover. I'm waiting to hear back Monday when the salvage office or whatever at Geico opens, and then I can hear, you know, they can tell me where do I have to mail my title somewhere to get the check for the payout on my car. And so I have no idea how long that'll take. And so I hope they extend my rental. I'm guessing they will. They already extended it once, so that was good. It's going to be 5 days, now, then it became 2 weeks, but now that's gone by so quickly. I'm just trying to get some exercise since I can't really lift weights yet. Even though it feels like maybe I could, it's going to hurt my ribs. Everything's connected in your upper body. It's hard to avoid hurting one spot, especially the rib cage. Anything like the sternum, ribs, anything like that, it's going to hurt. Fortunately, I can yawn a little better now. Try not to sneeze still. Man, before, just like if I turned wrong, it would be like my ribs were on fire. If I just breathe too deeply. So I'm just trying to get some exercise and then get straight to working. And then tonight I'm going to go to some, like a Halloween film. It's like either a series of films or a bunch of like short videos or something, but that'll be cool. Neil Hamburger is performing tonight. Love him at the Satellite. He performs at the end of every month at the Satellite. I saw him twice there, I think, since I've been to LA. So I'll try and maybe see him next month. Oh, cool, Squinky. You might have been a train hopper. Because of Tim Heidecker. Well, yeah, I guess you know me from the Tim and Eric world and my mom. Well, thanks for supporting. So if you don't know, my car was destroyed in a hit and run while I slept in it. Sorry, I'm trying to get my water bottle out of here. A big one. And so my ribs are hurt. I can't really lift weights like I did before. I gotta wait till they recover. And I miss exercising, so I'm trying to do something to exercise. And just the physical challenge of something early in the day makes me feel better. I feel like crap when I'm not exercising. I don't have that thing to start off my day. Something I never thought I'd want before in my life. So, hey, it's, you know, something homelessness has challenged me to adapt to. But also, I like doing it so much better than just I feel like nothing, like a blob. Ooh, if I don't exercise in the morning. And then today I'm just gonna go off and try and write intensely and read about the screenplays I'm writing, and I want to go to a writer's group soon, get feedback on my screenplay, have actors read it, get feedback on it. And I'm waiting for the insurance check for my car. I'm going to get a scan tool so that when I look at a used car, whoever is offering it knows that I want to find out anything wrong with it. They cannot hide it from me. And even if it passes my scan, then I'm going to say, okay, let's take it to a mechanic now and have them look at it and find anything I missed. Check all the fluids, everything. And that way, if, say, I still want to buy it, I could try and negotiate them down to a lower price. Because I can say, look, I understand exactly what the issues are with this car. Maybe I'm willing to get it if it has certain issues I know about. Oh my goodness, Squinky, $10. Thank you. Thanks for the donation, Squinky. That really helps. And so I'm going to order that scan tool today. They didn't have it at AutoZone. And I want this one because Scotty Kilmer was talking about it. It's a Foxwell, like a $70 scan tool. I could have gotten another $70 one at AutoZone. Might work great, but I already know what this one offers, the Foxwell. So I'm like, well, I'll just get that because Scotty Kilmer knows it. I don't know cars yet. I don't have a ton of money to test out all these scan tools the way he does. He's tested them all, basically. Oh, another sapling tree. A little baby tree. It's amazing how babies look alike. Like, even of different species of plants. I mean, you can see a baby raccoon. All babies kind of look alike. It's a cool place to hang. And I want to avoid, this place is so big. I want to avoid the main dam. I don't feel like walking that again. I've walked that so many times. I'm going to the underbelly. There's a lot of holes here dug by, like, whatever they are, prairie dogs or something. I saw one run into one once, but if you look down, you see all these mounds of dirt dug up by, right here, these animals that dig them up and run into these holes that they dig. See? And it's really soft when you step over them. This is good. I want some exercise. I feel much better when I get some. You know what's weird? I don't even know how to turn on the sound on my alarm anymore. It just vibrates. I forget. I'm not even sure how to turn on the noise for it. So I slept right through it today, which is just as well. I needed to sleep. But I woke up at 6:30, so still kind of early. And I'm like, damn it, I'm getting up early. I hated getting up late these last few days. I feel paper thin, like I'm nothing. If I'm not up, challenge myself and getting my, discipline early in the day. What kind of car am I gonna get? Toyota Scion would be nice. People love those from what I read about them, and they're available for good prices, but the trunk does not have enough space, or it's just a hatchback, so can't do that. I need a lot of space for all the stuff I have since I live in my car. One person here. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Two people. Cool. Click like, everyone. Really helps the video out. Yeah, thanks Squinky for the donation. Squeaky thought it was a train hopper. That'd be an interesting video to make. Maybe I'll get to do more car repair videos now that I'm getting more tools to be able to fix my own car. Man, I wish I knew that stuff before I bought my first car. Waste of $2,000 from a car I kept for about a year. 95 Mitsubishi Galant. I bought it from my boss. Had no idea what I was doing. Fun as hell car to drive, but man, that thing was just falling apart. And it was leaking oil so badly. Like, there was no point in buying that car. I was filling it up on oil like every... So, oh, what could I do? But if I had known that, hell, it'd be good if people would hire me just to go out and look at used cars with them if I knew enough about them. I really don't. And the main ones I'm trying to learn about are Hondas and Toyotas. So if I get one of those, I know how to examine it. I'm not trying to do all this bullshit with other cars. And plus even the scanner I have, it's good for a lot of cars, but it's not good for like Volkswagen and Audis. You need a different one for those. So it's like, it sounds great, but it's a lot of work. Hey, but maybe my friends will hire me to work on their cars. Walking a little path here. So where there's no, I can't work right now, I just have to make my own work and just keep writing and writing as if I'm going to get my movie made that I want. And not worry about, is it bad, the writing yet, because no one's going to see it yet. That's a horrible thing that can stop me sometimes. It's like, oh, it's bad, I shouldn't keep writing. Well, it's like, well, no one's going to see it, so I got to at least get the idea out so I'm not thinking about it anymore. Two people here. Click like. Helps the video. That's what gets the video shared and all that. Right now I'm just getting exercise because I can't really lift weights with my bruised ribs from the car crash. Man, I'm glad I can't. I don't want to remember the car crash because it was scary. And it was like out of my nightmares because I was literally thinking my ribs are broken, I'm going to be in the hospital for months, my car is going to have to be abandoned or something, and all my stuff will get thrown away, and this is going to, ruin my life and leave me on the street. That's what I was really worried about. And I'm sleeping in areas that hopefully are safer now than that, meaning not little side roads like where I slept before. Or if I sleep in places like that, maybe where there's stop signs and cars aren't going as fast. Can't believe the car just crashed into me. You could imagine, I just woke up and heard this terrible noise and was being thrown against my steering wheel. And I was literally screaming like, oh fuck, oh fuck. And I think I might have even said, this is my nightmare, like my car's being destroyed. Because I knew it was. Thanks for clicking like. Someone. No lifeguard on duty. I'm not going down there. Train hopper, yeah. I have a hobo. Can one be train hopping? I don't know. People do it, but I don't want to risk it because that you can get arrested for that, and why bother? Like, wow, Why do I need that kind of stress? You know, they have trained the police there, like their own police, to watch for that. So, you know, why bother? It's a lot of work. I'm sure it's not much fun. You're constantly worried about being caught. At least I would be. If you have nothing to lose, maybe that's different. But I have stuff to lose. Not a ton, but some. But if you're literally just on the street with whatever you can carry, I'd imagine then it'd be like, yeah, what's the big deal? If I get arrested, if I get fined, so what? I'll be out and I'll just move on somewhere else. It's a big country. There's a lot of different kind of people here. You got room for train hoppers, you got room for train conductors. Two very different types of people. We should have more trains, I think. Hey, we need electric trains. We need a Green New Deal. Safe, free, or very affordable public transportation. I'm convinced we don't have that in a lot of ways just because people want to be able to look down on someone as poor. Someone who's darker skinned than them, who speaks a language other than English. They just want to be able to see someone else and like the feeling of satisfaction knowing that they have stuff that that other person doesn't. And they'll be so upset once those people are able to at least get something comparable to what they have. They'll hate it. They can't believe, they'll think they don't deserve it. All the complaining about homelessness now, they're not complaining that there's homeless people around or just that. They're complaining in order to maintain their feeling of superiority over them. If homeless people were able to be housed and live with dignity, they would hate that. They would still complain and say they don't deserve it. Why should they have that? I worked hard. Don't I deserve more than them? That's what fascism sounds like. A bunch of whining, crying white people. Can't believe somebody said I'm big in Clemson University. Yeah, go Clemson University. Nah, screw that. I don't support schools. I take it back. Screw you, Clemson University. I dare you to keep watching my videos. Yeah, I feel sick saying I support a school. Screw that. This 5 people here. Cool. 6 likes. I still got to figure out how to turn the sound on my alarm. Yeah, I'm reading, guys, what you guys said about train hoppers. It's a big country, and we tend to think, oh, life is one way, you live a certain way. But you go around the country, you see there are like towns that, it's like fake towns. It's just people struggling to get by. I remember being so weirded out, seeing little suburbs by the freeway in New Jersey once. And it's like, that's it. There's just a couple of houses by a freeway. It just blows my mind to think people live like that. Like, what's life like that? It's so different. It's so bleak in many ways. It's just kind of shocking how different it is, because I'm used to being in a city where you kind of have everything you need. You have grocery stores up and down the street, you have entertainment, you have restaurants. In some places, it's just like, they just force houses where maybe they shouldn't be. Or maybe, they should, if they're going to be there, then they should have more resources there. But it's like, no, somebody wanted to develop houses there, make some money. Get people in there who can't afford to live closer to a city. And it's just bizarre to me. New Jersey's a strange state in general. Oh boy, a box of condoms. What the fuck is going on around here? I saw a used condom by my car the other night where I slept. I saw one by the spot where I got crashed at, but a couple days before somebody crashed into my car there. What the hell, man? Once in a while I still have to limp on my left leg. It's not that bad now. Oh wow. Yeah, it sucks. There's a golf course right by here. Let's close these golf courses, turn it into housing. Low income housing. Piss off the rich people the most. Areas with homelessness should not have golf courses. It is just so bizarre seeing rich white guys separated on one side of the dam and then the park here on the other side of the dam. And down around the area there are homeless people around, picking up bottles and cans to recycle them, sitting around. You know, I see one sometimes in the morning just sitting around listening to music, drinking beer. But what else is there to do? So get rid of the golf courses, put down those little porta potty homes. Hell, that'd be awesome. I don't need much, because I don't want to be in a home all day. I just want a place where I can store my stuff, where I can cook, and maybe sleep, but I don't absolutely have to sleep there. I can sleep in my car. So obviously that means not just a storage unit. And there are, what I've learned, a lot of break-ins into storage units around here. So that concerns me about renting a storage unit. And they're expensive and not, for me, unnecessary. I already got rid of a bunch of stuff with my old car that I either didn't need or I couldn't even get out because the trunk was so destroyed, and stuff like I had a towel in there. Really nice towel. I was looking for one like that at AutoZone today. Couldn't find it. I got 3 small terry cloth towels. Not as good as that one, but I couldn't get it out. It was just stuck, pinched into the metal of the trunk. Cool, 6 likes. Thanks, everyone. I'll drink some more water. What time is it? Only 10:13? Not bad. I like getting a lot done during the day. The pressure on me, the stress of the discipline helps me work better and feel better. Know I'm getting something done. I always have anxiety about not getting enough done, but that's okay. I should get more water too. I usually only carry around enough for a day. That's not good. What if I can't get to a grocery store? So, or what if there's a big earthquake or something and the grocery stores don't have water? So I may as well just, bite the bullet, get another couple of water bottles, just keep in the trunk. Oh, that bird's carrying a dead animal. Damn, that's an eagle. I don't know if you can really see it. It's in that tree. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see. Somewhere in, like, there. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm trying to get a new car. Well, as soon as I get the check for my old one, I still haven't gotten it. And I'm waiting on my damn insurance company to tell me what do I do with the title of my car. I got to mail it somewhere. That's what they said. And they said they'd send me a link. They sent me a link when I got off the phone. I clicked the link, said you're done. You don't have to do anything. But I still haven't gotten the check. So I called them, left a message. They're closed on weekends, the salvage department. I'm waiting to hear back tomorrow. So I'm sure they'll get back to me tomorrow. And then find out, okay, what do I do? And also the rental the rental coverage expires on the 29th. That's like 2 days. So they're probably gonna, I'm not too worried about them. Thinking they're gonna extend the rental coverage, which is great, because I didn't pay the premiums for a monthly rental, a month-long rental coverage, but they're gonna cover it anyways because they didn't give me the payout yet. And I'm waiting for the check. So once I get that, I'm going to start looking. I'm going to see if somebody can give me a ride. And it's going to take me a little while because by a little while, I mean for one trip, it might be a 30-minute or hour drive. Got to look at the car, check everything on it myself that I can. I'm going to bring my scanner tool that I'm going to order today. Scan it for any error codes. If there's anything significant, I won't even test drive it. If there's nothing significant, then I'll test drive it. 15 minutes highway, 15 minutes city, run the air conditioning, windows, everything, cruise control. Then if that works out, then I'll bring it over to a nearby mechanic and I'll have to call around, make sure, hey, are you ready? Can you take a car right now and look at it and inspect it, run your scan tools. And then if that all works out, then I'm going to go over to the bank nearby and get a cashier's check. Probably cashier's check. I don't know if I should give a personal check for a car, just because the person has to be sure that the money's there. Anybody can write a personal check. Cashier's check, that's like having the money in your hand right there. It's literally withdrawing the money instantly and having it and giving them the cashier's check for the car. And then I got to deal with the DMV and all that bullshit. But so it's going to take a couple hours, and who knows if it'll be the first car I get. I'm going to talk to them on the phone or text them, whoever I talk to, or whoever I'm interested in, whoever's car I'm interested in looking at, and letting them know, like, hey, is it okay if I scan it, test drive it, have a mechanic look at it? Because that way, at least if they're uncomfortable with that, I can rule it out, because there's probably something wrong with it anyways. So then I don't waste my time, and I'll go to someone who says, yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Maybe they already scanned it themselves. They know there's no problems. Good. I'll do it myself anyways. Why do I keep slipping a New York accent? I swear, my life is just slipping into movie accents that I've seen. Southern accents, New York accents. And after I do all that, so it might take a couple hours, but I'm hoping I get it on the first try. But I'm not worried about that. If I don't, no worry. I'm not wasting, I'm not going to just buy a car just because I don't feel like looking for a second one. I'd rather lose that day and move on to another one. Yeah, that sucks about golf courses. I didn't know that. Yeah, other side of that dam over there is a big golf course. It's pathetic. And you go down the street and there's lots of homeless people hanging out there. There's homeless people camped around here too. I'm not trying to expose them or anything, but it's terrible. It's the ultimate, like, I can see where all these movie ideas come from. A lot of them are just from looking around here, and you get all these science fiction ideas of the rich, the poor, the haves, the have-nots. It's so clearly divided out here. Whereas in a smaller area like Virginia, you notice that, but you don't notice it as starkly. I mean, it's easier to notice on such a huge scale like this. You have this giant park, which is so cool, and then you have homeless people down the street, and then you have the golf course on the other side of the dam. All right, I'm trying to tense my muscles a little more, get them worked out. Then I'm trying to gonna go eat a $15, $17 meal or so, because I want to eat healthy, like egg whites, spinach, vegetables, potatoes. I'm not trying to jeopardize my health. Small little nail clipper with like pink art on it, pink and yellow art that the top is broken off of. Cool. I got a bird up there. I saw a giant goose or something with a big long, like a pelican or something here the other day. I did film a little bit of it, but it was only like 10 seconds. But it's nice to be able to walk. I was limping, man, for a couple days, and I still limp a little bit if I get up and my leg's a little stiff, but that's getting better. And yes, I'm going to a chiropractor for that, so for treatment for that and my ribs. Eight likes, 2 people, but 8 likes, and 2 people's good too. Dos personas. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Trump loves golf courses, and I'm sure he did screw over a lot of people in Scotland for it. Absolutely sure. Okay. Nothing to even say about him. How greedy and rich can you be? You're the president. You're already one of the, well, I don't know if he's one of the richest people in the world. Yeah, he's probably richest in some level. Yeah, I know his businesses went bankrupt and stuff, but I guess when you're rich, you can make up the accounting that you want. He's got all these resorts, hotels, golf courses. He's the president. Who knows what kind of money he's making? We don't know about it because he won't show his taxes. And Republicans are just craving money, hungry, power-hungry cowards. All of a sudden acted like, well, that doesn't matter if we don't see his taxes. You actually wouldn't want to. It's treasonous to want to see his taxes. Let him do his job. And he's deeply unhappy. He still wants so much more. So how gross is that? Nothing's enough. And now he's got the power to kill people too. And of course he's never happy with that. He wants to kill more people. He wishes he could kill journalists here. A lot of his fans do it as well. Three people here. Cool. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it is a nice sky. For once there are clouds here. Normally don't see clouds around here. So it makes it really, like, the temperature cool. Very nice. My mom was complaining it's so cold in Virginia and it's been raining. I'm like, oh man, thank goodness I'm not dealing with that. I didn't mind it too much, but it's nice to just not deal with that. California, it's like a different world, man. Someday I do want my parents to live here. My mom can cater on movie sets, and my parents can make videos with me. It's gonna be tough, but I figure if there's anywhere that I can make the money necessary to get them a home, it's gonna be around here. And hey, let's get Medicare for all. Let's see, he's a total grifter. Let's get Medicare for all. Let's get a Green New Deal. Let's get everybody covered. So I can afford medical care. My parents are covered under the Veterans Administration because my dad was in the Air Force for like 25 years. So they get the medical coverage they need. I'm the one worried about, damn, I want to see an eye doctor. I want to see a dentist. I could use a physical again. Hey, and maybe someday we'll all have electric cars, those of us who want cars, and there'll be carless areas and lots of safe public transportation. I won't even have to worry about fixing up my car, running it on gas. It is nice to exercise. So nice. And again, I'm just tensing my muscles because I can't lift or I'm going to hurt my ribs. can't tense my abs either. That's gonna hurt my ribs real bad. So, just tensing my shoulders, biceps, triceps. Killed a whole bunch more kurds. Man, can you imagine the trauma of that, the horror of that? I'm just comparing it to my own car accident. That was horrific. I had flashbacks to it and pain. Can you imagine then the terror of being permanently injured, people around you getting killed? Hey, people are rising up though. In Chile, in Iraq, in where else were they? What the hell other? I can't remember where. Can't remember what. Oh, Hong Kong. Yeah. Now, why don't we have that in this country? We should have it in this country. Absolutely should. But people are sort of waking up. They're getting conscious of this stuff. There's more and more activists for the homeless, for the poor, for the sick, for LGBTQ people, for immigrants. They're out there. They're, you know, putting their efforts together. Well, I've been walking over an hour. That's a good workout. I'm going to head back to my car. I could do this for another hour if I wanted, but I do have to prioritize my time. Whoa. I stepped on a stick. It rolled. So I can't even think too hard about what I'm going through, all the stuff I'm experiencing, because it's going to give me so much anxiety. I just have to go forward and keep working. And I'm not even thinking about much about social life or anything like that. Not that I don't get to do that. I do, thank goodness. Right tonight I'm gonna go to this movie show for like Halloween type films, like campy films, maybe VHS stuff, and I'll go there and talk to a bunch of people. There's people I know there, and not only people I know, but you know, go say hi, meet new people. Where's my car? Is it over there? I forget, I parked at a different, there's so many big parking lots here. Look at that parking lot. I've never even been down here. I could have parked here if I wanted. But that's okay, I wanted to walk. Somewhere up there, but I think I'll walk around. Like I'll loop around the whole park. And today, I'm gonna focus on writing. Get my video out of the way today. Gonna write, read, be extremely dedicated to that. Because eventually I want to get these movies made. I don't want to just keep writing them, but you got to write a lot of scripts. There are people who say you got to write 5 scripts before you write a good one. People who say you got to write 9 scripts before you write a good one. So you can't stop yourself because you're like, well, my script's not good. Doesn't matter. I've already learned so much and improved so much just through the writing I've done. Now I got to keep going and do even more. Bunch of rubber gloves here, or latex gloves. Yeah, Trump's been rich his whole life, and he's a bully. It's amazing how Republicans talk about him like, oh, he's a regular guy like you and me. He's like a blue-collar millionaire. He screwed over so many blue-collar people. Look at the story of people whose bills he didn't pay when they billed him for services they did for his businesses. There was like a family of piano makers who went bankrupt, I think, because Trump wouldn't pay them like $100,000 or something, whatever he owed, and he could afford to just keep wasting their time in court. So many people like that he refused to pay. I know of one woman who worked with him on commercials in the 80s, and she said that he said he didn't want to work with like N-words, something like that. But she specifically said it was the N-word that he said while on set of the commercials, and that he didn't want to pay certain people who worked for him. So that's not surprising at all. And by the way, Republicans, they would totally embrace him even if they had video of that. I think there's anything they wouldn't do. It's a cult. Hell, Republicans would destroy this whole thing, make it all one big golf course. Say, why shouldn't the rich be able to spend their money how they want? That's freedom. But see, you can't constantly convince poor people all the time that everything they see and they live and experience is a lie. They can convince some of them, and by the way, it's not just poor people, it's like everybody who, all classes who are racist, but they can convince some of them to blame black people and immigrants for their problems, to blame women, to blame feminists, to blame Muslims, to blame Mexicans, but they can't convince them all the time. Eventually people just realize, I'm not like you, you will never accept me, and you don't give a damn about my life. Some Trump supporters are realizing that too. It takes time. I was conservative and firmly aligned with the Republican Party when I was younger, and experiences were showing me like, I'm not like these people who live this as a lifestyle of being rich, arrogant, power hungry, abusive. That's just not like me. Likes, cool. 2 people here. My shoes are holding up good for being so old. Someday I'll get new shoes, but I don't even need them anytime soon. Good. I'll do one more exercise session once I get to my car. Put my phone down on it. My rental car, Nissan Sentra. Or Tesla. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, sleeping in areas. Well, I mean, the wild thing is, I was sleeping in a low traffic area. I was in a little side street in an industrial area. Not really much commuter traffic there at all. But I'm trying to sleep in parking lots. Problem is, there's not many parking lots, but there are some where they just look the other way. You're not officially allowed to sleep there. It'll say like no overnight parking. There's people parked all over overnight. So those are the ones I'm staying at. I try not to veer from those. If I had to sleep on the street, say I'm far away and I was working on a film or something, I would find a street where it's speed limit's low and there's maybe speed bumps or like stop signs, and there's other cars in front of and behind me, and I get up early and leave. I gotta figure out how to get the sound on my alarm. That is still weirding me out because I don't really hear it if I'm really tired and it vibrates. Like today I slept right through it, which I didn't mind. I could use the extra hour of sleep. I set it for 5:30 in the morning. 4 people here, cool. So I'll do one last set of exercises that I'm able to do without aggravating my rib bruises. It's a 0. All right, so just gonna flex and slowly loosen and contract my muscles. Oh, don't want to forget the forearms. You can work those even without weights. You still get the benefit of exercise from them. And I'm not trying to rush them. I'm trying to do it very slowly and contract my muscles the whole time. That works the back. A little bit of the chest. I'm not flexing my chest hard since my ribs hurt. Back, that's good. Yeah, it's a good workout. Even for not having weights, I'm still, I would look insane in the gym. I look a little weird now, but it would still be a good workout, even without weights. I just don't like being in the environment of the gym. It's fine. It's just, I don't know. I always worry someone's going to rush me in there. Wow, and actually, that tires me out kind of quickly. Even though I'm lifting with like 40-pound weights, even doing this a few times with no weights tires me out. Tires my muscles out. Wow. Hey, that's interesting. How does that work? I lift 40-pound weights doing this stuff and, curls and everything and presses, and yet just doing it with my arms weight kind of wears me out. Somehow it's like different muscles activated within the arms. It's kind of shoulders, that's more back. Wow. Hey, that was nice. I'm gonna do a few more bicep curls. And then slowly go down for the triceps. Wonder what I'll eat today. I wanted something different. I've been getting these egg omelets with vegetables and potatoes and more vegetables and toast, but maybe something different today. Oh, shoulders. good, again, just to avoid hurting my ribs. I still don't want to run because I'm worried about hurting my leg again. I'm waiting to let my leg recover because my leg was bruised too. Forearms again. Go eat and then go to Starbucks, charge my laptop. I don't think it'll be too busy. And once it's charged, maybe stay in there long, but then sit outside because it's less noisy. All right. Yeah, it's nice I can actually open the trunk now with the keys. My old car I couldn't. I lost the one key that did work on the trunk at TJ's house in New Jersey. You know, TJ and Friends on YouTube. And so I always had to use the trunk release. And it was kind of annoying, especially if I had a backpack on and I had to bend over and there were cars nearby. I had to be careful not to, you know, touch the cars near me. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I could do that for another 30 minutes. That'd be a cool workout, but I'm not trying to spend all day. I already just did a bunch of walking. It's good to know for tomorrow, because I will want to work out tomorrow like this. Gotta get more water. I really should have more in an emergency. And these are prescription sunglasses, so I drive with these. Smells nice. I put an apple in my trash bag after I ate it. That is one thing they have a lot of at the food bank now, apples. Fire's still bad around here. I didn't really notice any smoke from it or any smell in the air. So I didn't wear my mask today, but it is bad, man. You look at the footage, the fire is so bright red, it looks like lava. And it is an inferno. And there was video of people right by their houses, and up the hill a few yards from their houses, this fire, I mean, I swear it would look like it was already burning gasoline. It was like a jet. It was burning so fast. I mean, the flame was shooting out so fast, so it's bad. And then on top of that, you have power being shut down because this greedy energy company, PG&E, would rather give their executives millions in compensation rather than go around and do maintenance on power lines that are at risk of causing fires. So they're just shutting down power to tons of people. Always at the end of these live streams, I end up getting more viewers. But they're just shutting down power to tons of people to avoid the power lines starting fires. So people are out of power, and they're getting their millions, the PG&E, but they didn't want the responsibility of actually maintaining these power lines. And now I saw an article saying state of California is considering giving like part ownership of PG&E to Warren Buffett. That greedy asshole too, for all his talk about, oh yeah, we need to tax the rich and stuff. He's got more money than he knows what to do with. Why doesn't he go around and just like pay off like 500 medical GoFundMes a week? He could do it, and he'd have all the money he needs for the rest of his life. And he's pretty old. It's not like he's going to spend that. He can spend a ton of money before he dies. So why doesn't he just go around giving that money away? Yeah, I'm sure he gives a lot, but he could give so much more and it would never even affect his quality of life. He could still eat the finest meals every day, have the best cars, the best medical care. I know he lives in the same home he had since he was a kid. So he's already got it made for life. He is taken care of. Why not do that? I can't imagine that mindset of just not giving a damn that you could give money to help people who are starving, who are homeless, who need medical care, but you're like, no, I'd rather not. Why would you do that? Anyways, so it's a good note to end the video on. Everybody should be angry about this stuff. I got my workout in. Hey, everybody, workout, exercise, take care of yourselves too. I want my viewers to, feel good and be motivated as well. All right, I'm going to go eat. Thanks again, everybody.